y'all? This Melanated Elevated. You know how we do, bringing that informative information. How y'all feeling?
What's good, kings and queens? Happy Tuesday. We got a very, very informative episode for you guys today. It's getting real. As the world gets more serious, as Babylon keeps falling, we're going to get more serious with these topics, okay? So in this episode, man, we're going in about now is the time to prepare, okay? All that other ish going on, the holidays, people dying left and right. They showing somebody's death. Who died today? Malcolm X's daughter.
Right.
All these different trials they're showing on TV. All these different distractions of the black people being killed and the white person getting off. It's been so many different people.
Yeah.
Ahmaud Arbery. Who was the other guy? Rittenhouse. It's just it's back to back, man.
It's distraction. So we got to talk about what we need to be doing internally to prepare and externally to prepare for what's going on, because we know since the holidays is coming up, people want to get together and eat bad food and talk about nothing and get drunk and all that irrelevant stuff that don't matter. And we got to understand that the universe is changing. The world is changing. And unless you're living under a rock and you don't see that these government mandates, people losing their mind out here, we have to talk about this stuff, because it's like it's affecting everybody at this point. It's affecting literally everybody from the federal level, city level to us here at the bottom. So we got to understand that it's an elephant in the room. And it's so big that if you're not talking about it, you're literally living in an illusion. Mm-hmm. You're literally living in la la land. And what we're seeing now is a lot of people on social media acting like nothing's going on.
And we wanted to come in today with this episode specifically because of the holidays. You know, Thanksgiving is right around the corner. Literally, it's on Thursday. And we know this is a time to be joyful. We're not taking away from anybody's joy from the holidays. Right. I love the holidays. I love Christmas. I don't care about the meaning behind it. I'm not saying I represent it for that, the satanic meaning, because they basically switched everything. So you can't really go off the meaning of things today, because they've literally switched it and reversed it. Like the last video, they turned it from good to evil. They took everything from ancient Egypt and reversed it for evil. Everything. You feel me? So at the end of the day, we want you guys to stay woke, stay conscious during the holidays. You can't get so distracted where you're around family members and you guys are only discussing bullshit. You know, right now is the time to be discussing plans on what you want to do about this jab, about this, you know, the mandate plans.
How you gonna survive?
How you gonna survive, basically. You know, if you're not getting together talking to family members about survival and tactics to just move forward out this matrix, then it's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, ain't talking about nothing. So we got to talk about it. First off, we got to prepare ourselves mentally, and the only way we could do that is accepting the truth and coming to the realization and accepting the realization that we're not these bodies. You know, these bodies are our vessel that we use to express our consciousness. Just like the white man in Avatar, these are our avatars, you know, and we're using these the white man used it to project his consciousness into the vessel so he can communicate with the indigenous beings. This is what we're supposed to be doing right now. We are supposed to have an understanding that we are each other. And we are manifestations of the universe, man. And to understand this, and we have to meditate and be still, you know, to get information from the cosmos, to get information from the creator, from the source, you know. And through this understanding, through this philosophy, we can get answers, because that's what everybody wants, is answers now. We trying to we're watching the news. We trying to look at conscious people and people who look like they got it together, and we just want answers. We need to know what direction to go, because it seems like everywhere you turn, people is just doing this and doing that and going for what way.
And let me chime in real quick on that. That's very beautiful, because faith is everything right now. Once again, you know, if you don't even believe in the spiritual world, if you truly are still stuck in this 3D physical realm and you don't even believe there's another spiritual world, then it's like you're gonna perish, because you are disconnected from the source. And like he said, you're literally searching for answers, but you're refusing to go within and have faith that your spiritual guides will help you. Nobody on this outside world is going to save you. You know what I'm saying? Even people like us, we're conscious and we're at this level because we went within. We told you guys in all these videos how we did the dark night of the soul and all that. But now is the time to have faith. Faith is everything. Not a convenient faith. Not a faith that you want to use when you want to go to church on Sunday and then go back to the club the following week. Like, no, faith that this spiritual world is here and they're going to help us, and you're connected to that source, and you're going to ask for answers from that source. You know?
Because what all this is going on is destroying hope, is destroying your faith. Because when you're watching TV and you seeing all your relatives is dying, you seeing people at your job is taking a jab, you see people, it's destroying your hope. You seeing celebrities dying, you seeing motivational people dying. Malcolm X's daughter died. They're not gonna show that on the news, but that's big. Genetics or DNA is passed down through the woman, you know. So her dying, that's pretty big. That's a pretty big thing, and it destroys your hope. It destroys your hope. But if you have a philosophy and understanding that I am the universe and my thoughts predicate my reality, then I'm gonna get in tune with that source. I'm gonna get in tune, because the more that I meditate and the more that I'm exercising, eating right, I'm unlocking a side of myself that I didn't before see. You know, so number one, we gotta get in tune with reality. You know, we gotta understand that the food that you eating is fake. The things that you watching on TV is fake. These celebrities that you look up to and idolize are fake. And we got to understand, a lot of these celebrities then did a homosexual act to get the deal, you know, and people think that that's being successful, like, you know, because they got like Jay-Z and Beyonce and want to be like Young Dolph and all these people, but they don't understand that these people had signed away their rights. They don't have no free will. They can't speak their mind on on what's important. They can't get on TV and say fuck that vaccine and fuck that. Nah, you signed over your free will. Why would you put yourself in a situation where you don't have free will? You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter if you got $1 million and that's an illusion. That's an illusion, because you can't speak your mind. You can't express yourself the way you want to. So you killed yourself. Like, you know, Jay-Z said it like, man, like more money, more problems. So boom. You gotta let go of all the illusions in your life.
And see, like right now is the perfect time to let go. I know it's hard to digest letting go of your comfortability, you know, your job you've been at for however long you've been there, because it's your livelihood. I completely understand how hard this has to be, because we're dealing with it too, but we've been preparing. You know, people were calling us conspiracy theories 2-3 years ago. We already been preparing. We told you guys this was coming. So it's like, we don't move through fear because we have the knowledge of what's happening. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, he's absolutely right, man. You have to let go. I know it's not easy to digest that the world has shifted like this, but it's happening, guys. And the cognitive dissonances, the delusions of you just pretending like it's not happening, you're going to perish. You're going to look up, it's going to be too late, okay?
Exactly.
So we're making this video to help you guys to prepare. We really want you guys to get up and start making some moves, okay? Get your passport, man. Start learning how to grow food. You know what I'm saying? Get around people who are really understanding what's happening right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's just right now we got people hitting us up and we're helping people. You know, people are being forced to quit their jobs, but they're scared. They don't know which way to go. Like he said, you're not going to have a future when you take that jab, period. It's a DNA altering jab, period. It's going to change your whole metamorphosis, your whole everything, and you can't go back from it. So if you truly feel like a job is more important than you being able to move forward and passing your genetics, procreate, everything, because people think that if they do everything the government says right now, then eventually they'll go back to normal.
Right.
Why do you think the government's going to ever stop? If you keep complying, they're going to keep going. They're never going to stop. This Babylon has fallen. That world we were living in was not normal. It was fake and it was chaotic.
And it was meant to fall. Everything that has to do with the Western psyche and the Western thought is garbage, man. Like, it needs to be thrown in the trash. And this is why they don't teach African spirituality, because Black people had a spirituality that was based around nature and around righteousness. So it's not allowed to be taught in schools or none of that. And that's the problem with the world now. Like, ain't nobody moving through spirit. Like, Western culture and psychology has nothing to do with the spirit at all. So that's the problem. The American dream is a fucking illusion, and we need to get out that psyche, because it's all about survival. It's not about how big your house is or if your business is booming or what. It's not about money. This fiat money is an illusion. These politicians are illusions. And we got to understand that if you think that money gonna save you, you got another thing coming, because money is not real. It's not an illusion. Of course we need it. to have a more comfortable life living up under a white man, but it's not, you shouldn't for a second think that it's going to save your life. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not. In my life experience, the people that have had the most money that I've experienced and been around has been some of the most virtually immoral people that I've had the chance to be around. You know what I'm saying? So that's not to say that you don't need more money to make it, you know what I'm saying, to have a more comfortable living, but you don't for a second think that this is going to save you. And we got to understand.
But see, man, you got to understand it's through fear.
Through fear, right.
It's all fear. At the end of the day, people who are worried about their money and all that, they're scared. That's all it is. And it's like, you have to detach from everything at this point. Every illusion in this matrix, you have to let it go. Let it go. I know it's hard, man, because even the thought of having to pack up or just, take the bare necessities and just get out the country or whatever, you have to start thinking like that. And it's hard to digest because trust me, even to this day, I'm like, man, this is really real. Like, this is really happening, but you have to accept it.
And we have to align yourself with people who feel the same way you do. People who's not having it. Like, because in the end of the day, people who are getting this jab and people who are, complying to all these boots, everything that the government's telling them to do, they are hopelessly dependent on the system. They can't see themselves surviving outside of this culture. They can't see themselves growing their own food. They can't see themselves policing their own neighborhoods and teaching your own kids. Like some people can't see themselves being around their kids every day. So being dependent on the system, their whole life is dependent on. So they gonna fight for it with their life. They don't care if they gotta get 50 vaccines, man. I'll get all 50 of them tomorrow just because I want to just be a part of the system. I want to be a part, so there's people that will sit up and call you a conspiracy theorist and call you this and that, and don't pay that shit no attention, because I know it may be hard because your mama or your daddy or your cousins or your friends that you've been growing up around your whole life done took the vaccine, and they like pressuring you to do it. And they feel like, calling you conspiracy theorists. And I'll tell you what, maybe that's a sign that you don't need to be hanging around them anyway. It's okay to love people from a distance. You don't gotta hate on your family, hate on your friends, but understand that you have to separate yourself from people that make bad decisions. Because in the end of the day, you hanging around somebody that make bad decisions is just ultimately gonna get you killed in the end of the day. And we know people that make bad decisions. Take everybody that took the vaccine and put them in the jungle with and see if they can survive. Who was just gonna die just off their lack of intelligence, just because they gonna run the wrong way and starve to death, or they just gonna do something stupid. Like, we have to stop hanging around stupid people that make bad decisions, because that affects you. If you living with somebody that's making a bet, like if your man is a drug dealer, and he out here in the streets and he blah 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 doing all that, what his decision is gonna affect you. So he beefing with a dude, and the dude know where you live. Now you done brought, just by hanging, associating with yourself with somebody that makes bad decisions. Now that's affected you, and we all got family members and we all got friends, that we can look at and be like, man, like. But
see, baby, you gotta understand, man, it's a matter of life and death at this point.
It's life and death.
Like,
so
what he's talking about is life or death.
Life and
death. The people
death.
you hang around, you are who you attract, and your energy right now is everything. We're all energy, okay? It's spiritual warfare once again. So like he's saying, he's expressing this because people think this shit is a joke. Like, oh, well, I can't be alone. You have to learn how to be by yourself. These people you hanging around are literally going to get you killed. Literally. Because the devil is roaming. Like I said, Babylon has fallen and we've switched dimensions. That 3D world is gone. And I know it's hard for people to understand that if you're not spiritual or anything, but read the Bible, man. It's all in the Bible. You don't even have to be Christian or anything. You don't have to be any type of religion to read there. If you're a Christian or whatever it may be, you can read in here and it literally tells you about the mark of the beast, everything. So there's no excuse for people to say, oh man, I still don't believe in it, or I'm Christian or whatever, but my God, my Jesus, you can't still, man.
And if you a Christian, just think, you have been born for this moment your whole life. This is what you've been waiting for. All this talk about the end of the world coming in the end times, if you're a Christian, you shouldn't even be thinking about, say you should already know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? So what we have to do is align ourselves with the truth, because people aren't built to intake truth like that. Certain people ain't built to take, and you can see it as soon as you get to talking about irrelevant subjects in history, and they feel uncomfortable. You can sense that they feel uncomfortable. And what we got to do as a people is we got to understand that if we don't know history and where we've been, we don't know where we at, and we don't know where we going. So it's like if I'm on a plane and I want to go from Columbus to, I want to take a trip to California, and I know it takes XYZ amount of time to get there. So boom, if I don't know that I'm really in China, and I'm still trying to get to California, then I'm never going to get to my destination. So there's people that have no idea what's going on right now because they don't study history.
With the spiritual realm, realize that we are not these bodies. Number 2, you have to get around people who are like-minded. And number 3, prepare. You know what I mean? Because we rambling with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want the people to understand that fear will get you killed. And that's just to really sum it up, y'all, so we don't be on here for too long, because we want to help you guys. And we're reaching out because you're not going to be able to catch us on social media too much longer. The world has shifted. They got the metaverse coming, and I'm going to let Babe end it on his note, but I just want you guys to truly take this seriously, okay? Now is not the time to be scared. You've been scared since 2020. You've been waiting for the world to go backwards. It's not going back, man. So if you're not preparing, you're not getting spiritually aligned, you're not going within to figure out how you can save yourself, you're not going to make it, man. And you can't just keep waiting for people to keep talking to you. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, you got to make a move. So who are you aligning yourself with? You going to align yourself with your truth and how you feel? Or you going to let, the demonic entity that's manipulating the world influence you to play yourself? That's what it's all about. So you got to make a choice, because not making a choice is going to leave you stuck where you at.
Absolutely.
So we don't want to be stuck on this realm. We want to ascend. So we got to make the choice to align ourselves with the truth, and that's going to be some of the hardest decision that we can make as a people, because the truth hurts. So we gotta let the truth lead us and guide us, and no matter what the consequence is for following the truth, we gotta follow it anyway.
Absolutely. So we love you guys, and once again, we come on here and we follow our heart, man. We got people hitting us up. Is there anybody you want to reach out, or
I mean, if you need, and this is what I'm gonna say to people, if you want somebody to give you because what we're doing right now is people are being fired. So if you want somebody to write, your religious exemption, hit us up on here. Hit us up, and we'll give you some information that you can use, and we can go from there. Because in the end of the day, they got their plan already. But if you feel like you need some help, and this is going, hey, look, we willing to help y'all however we can. So just let me know if you need it, or if you got any questions. We've been doing this research for a while, so if you got any questions or anything you need to know, just hit us up, and we got open arms. We nothing but love, nothing but information, and yeah, man,
we here for y'all, baby. That's all we're gonna do.
Full speed ahead.
We love you guys, and once everything he said, we like and subscribe, man, because this channel is gonna be very informative. We're gonna be going in, man. We never gonna stop helping the people. So once again, if you need help, reach out. If this resonate with your spirit, like, subscribe. Now is the time to go within. All right, find yourself, man. We love y'all. Peace.
Let's get it.